So serving out of the ColdOne might seem a little intimidating at first, but I promise it's simple. Let's get to it. You want to keep your keg cold prior to tapping, especially if it's beer. If it's not beer, you're fine, you'll just go through more ice, but beer's temperamental. As soon as it warms up, it likes to get foamy, and you don't want that. So I've got this keg on ice, and I'm going to show you how to tap it. I got this keg filled at Rockford Brewing, which you might be familiar with a delicious IPA called Chili Water. Technically an IPL, cold IPA, whatever. You can see there is a cap on there. We use that so the bartender or whoever's filling the keg doesn't have to actually put the spear in, but it's super simple. So you just unscrew the cap slowly, because it's beer, it's got carbonation. Feel free to skip this part if you already have a keg that has the spear installed. But this is your spear. We'll drop that in. It's probably going to go over a little bit. Totally fine. We're outside. I usually do this in a sink. But drop that spear in, tighten it up. And that's it. Now it's time to install the keg into the ColdOne. Open it up, pull your tubing out, set that aside. Set your keg in. I always like to make sure that the gas is hooked up before I tap the keg to eliminate any risk of beer getting back into the gas lines. There is a check valve on there, but can never be too careful. I actually have a spent cartridge on here, so I'm going to change this out. When you put a new cartridge on, make sure your gas is turned off. You can see that puncture mark in there means that this cartridge is used, and they're not refillable. So if it's punctured and you're holding it in your hand and it's not hissing all over the place, there's no CO2 in it. So there's a new one you can see, no puncture. So you can see it's threaded. Set it in there and get the threads started. It's a pretty tight seal, 1-to-1, so you generally don't hear a hiss, but you might hear a little tss. You don't have to reef on it. That should be good. And let's turn it up to, I left the coupler engaged. All right, turn it up to 10 to 12. Usually 12 is good for beer. You can always adjust it after you tap your keg. Spin it back around, open it up. And this is what's called a 2-stage coupler. I'm going to turn the gas off real quick just to show you how it functions. So the step 1 is you attach it to your keg. Step 2, engage the coupler. Step 1 is to attach it to the keg. You see that? So there's 2 slots right here, and there's 2 ears, for lack of a better term, on the keg. Those line up. Turn it clockwise. Sometimes it's easier to turn the keg. That's step 1. Step 2 is to engage the coupler. And that's a push and a turn. Simple as that. Tuck your lines back in. Add your ice. I'm going to reuse the ice that I had already. It's important that I tell you that. On your first pour, there's going to be a little burp because there's air in the line, so get rid of that. I'm going to dump that out, feed it to the fish. And now you should be good to go. Pouring a fresh, ice cold, delicious IPA from Rockford Brewing. How do you like that? Cheers. That's good. Back for more. Look at that thing go. So there you have it. Perfect pour. Simple as that. I mean, draft beverages anywhere. Like, how great is that? Check out Rockford Brewing Company. You can rent a cold one. I don't know what they're charging for kegs, but whatever it is, it's worth it because look how fresh and ice cold and perfectly poured that is. And you can take it anywhere. The river, the lake.
Weddings, grad parties,
It doesn't matter. Sky's the limit. Cheers.